Hello and welcome to Frontrunner Motorsport. Things are not going well for Red Bull right now, are they? Let's go back a year. On the 11th of September 2023, Red Bull had won the first 14 races of the year, with Max Verstappen taking 12 of them. And he and Red Bull looked absolutely unbeatable. In 2024, Max leads the championship, yes, but it's a lot closer. He hasn't won the last 6 races, and McLaren are right behind Red Bull in the Constructors. The final 8 races of the season are going to be super tough for Red Bull, so they need all the good news in the world to keep morale up. What they didn't need was one of their greatest minds and most loyal employees jumping ship. Adrian Newey will be moving to the very ambitious Aston Martin in 2025, seeking new challenges like making Lance Stroll look good. So let's take a look at Adrian Newey, the impact him leaving Red Bull will have on Formula 1, and the Aston Martin Formula 1 team's future. Make sure you subscribe and let's jump into the video. We discussed Adrian Newey's start in Formula 1 recently when we took a look at the Leighton House Formula 1 team, but he actually first worked in Formula 1 nearly a decade earlier for the Fittipaldi F1 team. After joining March in 1981, he began designing cars with his first sports car, the March 83G, being very successful in America. The car won 2 IMSA titles in 1983 and 1984, driven by Al Holbert and Randy Lanier, respectively. He followed that with a kart design that ended up winning the Indy 500 and the Kart Series Championship, before returning to Formula 1 with Leighton House, moving on to Williams in 1991, and it was with Williams that Adrian Newey became one of the most sought-after names in Formula 1. Williams won the 1992 and 1993 championships, arguably had the 1994 title stolen from them, before winning it again in 1996. Adrian Newey left to join McLaren for 1997, and even though Williams won that year with Jacques Villeneuve, they haven't won a championship since. He initially found success at McLaren, with Mika Hakkinen taking the championship wins in 1998 and 1999, but Ferrari dominated the sport for the next 5 years, and Newey left the Woking-based team in 2006 to join the brand new Red Bull team for around $10 million a year. Within a couple of years, Red Bull were winning races, and in 2010 took their first of 4 championships with Sebastian Vettel at the wheel. And history has really repeated itself, with Verstappen on course to take his 4th championship win in a row, unless the rest of the year goes really badly for Red Bull. As of 2024, Adrian Newey designed cars have won 12 Formula 1 Constructors Championships and 13 Drivers' Championships, and taken so many wins I honestly can't be bothered to count. It's well in the hundreds, so you can see why he is so sought after. He really is the golden cow that goes on giving. This will hurt Red Bull deeply. 2024 has been tough on them. First, the Christian Horner allegations, then their rivals catching and seemingly surpassing them, and now this. All of Red Bull's success has come with Adrian Newey leading the design team. That is some incredibly massive shoes to fill for whoever takes over the design of the next Red Bull. Newey will continue to help develop the RB17 track hypercar, the $5 million monster that's going to be released next year. But after that, Newey's attentions will turn to the 2026 Aston Martin Formula 1 car. Can he be the man who gives Fernando Alonso a 3rd Formula 1 title after 2 decades of waiting? Well, I doubt it will be that immediate. Obviously, until it happens, we won't know for certain, but Aston Martin have already proved how hard it is to catch the top teams, and how it's even harder to stay with them. Adrian Newey is a massive coup for them, but he's not a magician, I think. But the fact 2026 will mean new regulations and something of a reset for everyone, it is the best possible time to introduce the most successful designer to your team. And for Fernando Alonso, it has to come sooner rather than later. Just how long can he keep going in Formula 1? He made his debut 23 years ago. He's already in his 21st season of Formula 1. He raced against prime Michael Schumacher and baby Kimi Raikkonen. It's really been that long. Aston Martin are paying Newey up to $30 million a year. They have state-of-the-art facilities. They poached a plethora of other personnel from the biggest teams on the grid. They have the most experienced Formula 1 driver of all time. Will this be the last piece of the puzzle for Aston Martin? Personally, I don't think they'll win a Constructors' title until they replace Lance Stroll, but with Daddy paying the bills, I feel like that is unlikely. What makes this even better for Aston Martin is they beat Ferrari and McLaren to the punch with Newey. That's got to say something to potential sponsors or other key staff members they'll try and poach. They'll have Honda engines from 2026 onwards, and that is something that will have to be developed alongside the car if they want to be successful. And given Honda are in and out of Formula 1 like a yo-yo, it's hard to know how committed to their Formula 1 future they will be. Altogether though, the word that surrounds Aston Martin and Lawrence Stroll is ambitious. They have spent money on a new HQ, new backroom staff, Honda engines, another contract for Alonso, and now we'll have to wait until 2026 to see if it was worth it. A few days before this video came out, Alan Rees passed away, the co-founder of March and Arrows, and in fact the last of March's founders to be alive. Never worked with Adrian Newey, but he co-founded the company Newey first found success with, and in a roundabout way, had a part to play in Adrian Newey's story. Then again, Alan Rees only stayed with March for a couple of years, so he had a very small part at best. But it shows you how interconnected Formula 1 can be at times. Pierre Vach will be leading the design of the Red Bull for 2026 onwards, and I hope he likes pressure. He has been with Red Bull for the last 10 years and worked in the design department as number 2 to Newey, so it's the obvious choice for his successor. It's just, can he be successful? Personally, I wish Adrian Newey all the best. I like Aston Martin and I want them to succeed. Adrian Newey is clearly incredibly passionate about the sport he's been a part of for the last 40 years. He even races occasionally. He takes part in classic events and has even raced at Le Mans. This could be massive for Aston Martin, or it could be a complete flop that seals their downfall. It's going to be exciting finding out. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you think Adrian Newey will be a success at Aston Martin, or is this a desperate attempt to make something happen that will backfire and sink the whole team? Make sure you subscribe for more motorsport content, member only content available now. Thank you very much for watching and have a good one.